Good afternoon. Good afternoon from the Dominican Republic. I am on a mini vacation here celebrating my dad's 75th birthday, which was yesterday. And just wanted to jump on really, really quick while it was a little bit quiet because it's about maybe 12 of us here at this Airbnb. So I wanted to, this is going to be video 10, but I did want to mainly talk about the symptoms that I was experiencing prior to being diagnosed. I know up until this point in the story, I've only talked about the first time and the second time that I've gone through cancer, but I do want to talk about the symptoms of all four, and then I'll go back into the story tomorrow. So, side note, thank you everyone. Thank you for following my story. Thank you for the likes, especially thank you for the comments because it encourages me a lot. If you find any value in the videos, please send it to anybody that is going through cancer, anybody who is a survivor, somebody that's just been diagnosed. Please share this or share my link with them so that they can follow as well, so that nobody has to go through some of the things that I went through just because of ignorance. And ignorance is not a bad word. It just means you didn't know. And I almost died because outside of cancer, but because I did not know that you cannot administer anything into a port without getting the blood returned. So just things like that can be really, really vital information to those who are going through cancer and getting treatment. So the first time, you guys know that I had a cyst on my ovaries, and we did laparoscopic surgery, drained the contents, she checked it, and then, that's when we found out I had cancer. Prior to that, I had, the cyst on my ovary was painful. There was like, bloating, fatigue. My CA-125, which is a cancer marker number that everybody has, was elevated. Those were the things that kind of led them to get it checked out. So the second time was a little interesting. So when you are, after the first time you are diagnosed with cancer, when you become NED, NED, which is no evidence of disease, they put you on a either 3-month or 6-month regimen. And so every 3 or 6 months, you're going back to get your CA-125 checked. You're getting, you get blood work done. You're doing either a CT scan or a PET scan. And that's how they stay on top of trying to, make sure it doesn't come back. Or when it comes back, getting on top of it. Specifically with ovarian cancer, they call it the silent killer because 9 times out of 10, by the time they find it, it's too late to do anything about it. And so we thank God that mine was caught early, and we were able to jump on it. So the second time, I was finished with treatment. You guys know I skipped the last 3 rounds. So by December of 2018, I was done with everything, done with my surgery, refused the last treatment. So I was just going on with life. And then every 3 months, I would have cysts that would grow back in the same place, and they would drain the content. They would have to go through my buttocks into the front of my stomach, which I don't understand why. If you're a doctor, if you're a doctor and you happen to see this, just tell me why they couldn't go through the front. I haven't asked anybody, but they went through the back, drained it. Also, if you have to get that procedure done, get a cyst drained, ask to be sedated, because they will tell you that you don't feel it, it doesn't hurt. It does. I was screaming like a newborn baby every single time. And like I always say, advocate for yourself. The doctors work for you. And so ask them to be sedated because you feel everything. They would try to give you what's called a twilight, which is heavy medication. They'll do like what do you call it? What is the name of that? Morphine or Dilaudid on top of Benadryl through the IV. All of that stuff makes you sleepy, but you still feel everything. So anyway, don't let them do that to you. And so every time I would go back, I would have another cyst on my ovary. They would drain it, they would test it, come back negative, so forth and so on. So March of 2020, I remember having a cyst drained, and then 2 days later, it grew back the size of a baseball. It was huge. It was painful, and I just remember asking myself, like, why am I, why does this hurt so soon? It was like I think I got it drained Friday. On that Sunday, I remember being in church like something ain't right, and so I called the doctors. They had me come back, and they were like, "Wow, it came back fast and it came back big," and so that was my only symptom was this annoying cyst that kept on growing back. So they drained that one, and they tested the content, and it came back. It came back as cancer, which it came back as cancer. So anyway, it's just making me think of the whole thing where they were saying they didn't know if it was cancer or not until I woke up. So anyway, I'm gonna have to go back and do some research on that, because anyway, outside of that, I see 125 was elevated, and I think I might have had a little fatigue, but not a lot. So the only thing was the cancer marker number and the cyst the second time. The third time it came back, I had no symptoms. Now, mind you, it came back the third time after having a hysterectomy. So just because they remove everything down there does not mean that the ovarian cancer cannot come back. Now, I do thank God that it did not spread outside of my abdomen, that it died, what they call metastasize, which it means it traveled somewhere else, creating another type of cancer, like, breast cancer or something like that. And so the fourth time it came back, no symptoms. So that being said, ladies, you have to get checked out regularly. Go to the doctor. I live in Michigan, but I know different states have programs where you can get testing done. I'm gonna have to find links and put it below, because it's something that each state should have, to where you're able to go get this testing, whether you have insurance or not. So please go get checked out. I was diagnosed with endometriosis first. Ladies, if you have terrible cycles, bad cramps whenever you have it, go get checked out first of all for endometriosis, and then once that is taken care of, you need to get checked out for get your blood tested and stuff for cancer, because usually those two are connected. So I think that's it for the signs, and then I'll be right back with part 11.